Welcome to your hypnotic experience. Before you get too relaxed, have you taken care of everything you need to in order to be uninterrupted, comfortable, and ready to relax more? Yes? Good. I know you might not be sure hypnosis will work for you. You might not be sure you can have an incredible experience from simply listening to my voice and drifting off. You may feel too alert and energetic for that, or you could be feeling my voice causing feelings with your energy and focus. You might not imagine it working simply from my voice telling you about your limbs growing heavy and your eyes relaxing while you sink into a deep hypnotic slumber. You probably aren't sleepy at all right now, or you might be increasingly aware of the pleasant feelings moving through your body now, without ever using a swinging watch on a chain. Fortunately, that's not the focus of hypnosis and how it works. People often think hypnosis and sleep are the same thing because you see people on shows and movies seeming to be going to sleep when they go into a hypnotic trance. It seems like the same thing, but it is not always how it works. Once you have learned a little bit about hypnosis, you begin to understand that hypnosis is about focus and relaxation, which can take many different forms when you think about it. How many times have you taken a slow, easy walk, active and alert, and completely relaxed, both physically and mentally, focused on a single thing, like a sunset or a breeze? A breeze is a wonderful way to think of it, like the air that surrounds you. It's hard to imagine anything more relaxing and peaceful than the air you're breathing. When you're lying under a canopy on a beach, stretched out in a shady spot, looking up at a perfectly blue sky, endlessly still and relaxing, you can't imagine it as anything other than calming and peaceful. Of course, if you let your mind wander long enough, looking into the endless sky, you will see a distant bird passing by, lazily gliding in a way that seems effortless and beautiful, just gliding without trying, letting the breeze carry you along, gracefully supporting the relaxed traveler and powerful in its own way. While still just a gentle caress on your skin, a perfect feeling of tingling sometimes as your body seems to be grateful for the chance to share the breeze with the bird, to feel the same powerful and peaceful, relaxing. Now that sounds like a good thing to think about now, doesn't it? Of course, you can't be sure if you have noticed it yet, just how strongly my voice encourages you to let yourself unwind and relax. You might find yourself having a natural desire to let yourself notice the bird gliding above you, probably not paying attention to my voice, but instead feeling it, hearing it with your unconscious mind, letting your unconscious mind do what it does best. Listen. Sort out the information for you, creating space for your conscious mind to just enjoy watching the bird, floating easily, effortlessly, as if light as a feather, or a wisp of a cloud, alert and focused, and completely relaxed. Aren't you glad you can listen without trying? You have always found it comforting to know that when you are relaxing and letting your mind do whatever it wants like you are now, every sound, every sensation seems to fit perfectly with the experience, helping you to be at ease, in perfect harmony with your experience, just like that bird, still floating, in motion yet seeming to be still, subtle movements causing a gentle stillness, or so it seems, which is perfectly fine with you, I'm sure. Knowing these types of experiences make your muscles and mind relax, often more and more with each breath, to your delight and for your enjoyment, which is something you must have already known since you already decided you want to feel like this. So wonderful. Of course, when you feel wonderful, you know instinctively you can feel more wonderful. And you relax deeper into your hypnotic experience, crafted just for you, which causes you to feel more wonderful, which causes you to relax deeper into your experience. Exactly how that bird must feel, gliding on air, floating effortlessly in a deep blue sky, noticing, truly enjoying the feelings and sensations. So easy a bird can do it, which means you can do it thousands of times better, deeper, and everything is exactly how it should be. Relaxing under a shady canopy by a beach, noticing you are wonderfully aware of your experience. But now you are letting go of everything but the beach and the blue sky and the bird. Now it's only natural that you let your imagination run free to think of anything you want. Perhaps you can imagine you've decided to lay on the massage table further under the canopy. Notice how good you feel as you lay face down deeper onto the massage bed. So comfortable and ready for your massage. It's understandable when you remember how wonderful your body feels during massage. If you feel a subtle sense of arousal, it's how everyone feels as skilled hands and fingers press into your muscles and skin with such precision, causing such relief and physical pleasure, causing your body to feel sensations so strongly while relaxing deeper than ever before. At the same time, you might describe it as being in the sensation you are experiencing so fully, as if your focus is spread open and wide inside the feelings. It's okay to let your mind and body feel those feelings you remember so well, the pressure and pulling, the pressing and releasing, the deep breathing, blood flow being stimulated. You know, all the things you feel when another person is pressing themselves deeply into your body, touching parts of you in ways that feel so incredibly good, helping you feel focused, relaxed, and an increasingly physical sexual arousal. It feels better now that you know you can feel it without needing to think about it. Because remembering a feeling is different than thinking, which is unnecessary when you can simply remember a feeling and instantly feel the feeling, as if your body is remembering the feeling for you. It only makes perfect sense, since feelings exist only to be felt. And now you're ready to open up more, excited to realize you're just now going to add another experience to your memories. which is expected to be one of the best experiences of your life. Getting a massage under a canopy, on a beach, with the sunset so beautiful, the skies perfectly blue, a gentle breeze caressing your skin, the ocean waves lapping at the beach, the temperature just right, and the special requests you added to your instructions for the masseuse will make the experience truly pleasurable, you can be sure. You can hear him approach, and your arousal becomes noticeable. You see him, and your pulse quickens. He is exactly what you had hoped he would be. Tall, longer hair, masculine face with a bright smile, and a mischievous yet sincere light in his eyes. He seems familiar somehow, as if you should know him. You do know him, yet have never seen him before. A perfect stranger. And you can feel the openness growing, easy and willing. You can feel instinctively a sense of safety in his presence. You can't be sure, but it seemed that he reacted the same way when he saw you, as if he recognized you, his subtle body language revealing his surprised arousal under a casual demeanor. His subtle body language, or perhaps his not so subtle energies, revealing a sense of connectedness, which you can't explain, but you know deep down is right. More than anything you've ever known until now. Or perhaps you have experienced something like this before. The connectedness is only the beginning of a greater awareness of him. A greater awareness of his awareness of you as he prepares himself and you for touch. Your mind seems to become focused on your body as you feel him cover you, gently, silently. You feel his presence and his light touch as he removes your clothing. You become immersed in your awareness of him, feeling his energy reach out to you, feeling his heart somehow speaking to yours, like a lover you have never met before, yet somehow you know him. It's a dream come true, and you know you're experiencing something special and powerful, perhaps even mystical, and you have surrendered yourself to the experience, determined to feel every single moment as powerfully as you are capable of, come what may. Your arousal is building stronger now, feeling like a new, unique pleasure, as if you and he created this pleasure just for this experience. You feel the pleasure increase as his hand cradles your head, slipping a blindfold gently on you. And you feel your surrender deepen, noticing the unique smell of him. Is it sandalwood, hints of patchouli, or just his own unique perfect scent, set on a backdrop of a subtle, salty smell? You take a gentle, deep breath, hoping he notices you breathing him in, at once feeling a pulse of sexual pleasure between your legs, engulfing every sensitive sexual spot there, developing into a slow wave of pleasure and tingling, moving from between your legs, both up and down, up the middle of you, as if up your spine, activating every nerve as the wave travels up through you to your nipples, your heart, your throat, and into your mind. Down your arms to your fingertips, down your legs to your feet and your toes, your muscles carrying the pleasure wave through you. Gently now, contracting and releasing. releasing in a slow, sexual, hypnotic rhythm. Your breathing increases, and you can smell that perfect smell reaching into you, into your mind. Your body releasing a small wave of endorphins in response to the smell, which gets better, more familiar, and seems to be affecting you more powerfully with each breath. You're getting lost in the pleasure now, thinking you could simply exist in this state endlessly. And then you feel your body and arousal quicken as you realize his breath is upon your ear. You hold your breath without thinking, your heart beating harder, your body gently contracting in anticipation, and you hear him speak so deeply and powerfully. I know you somehow. Listen. And you release. You feel a rise in pleasure through your body now. A slight moan escapes your lips, and you feel your breath dancing over your lips like a plea to a god. A plea for more, and you feel his voice inside you, speaking to every cell in you, every fiber, causing every part of you to listen to my voice, speaking to every cell in you, every part of you, saying, I know you somehow. Listen. The sound of my voice vibrating through you over and over, each word I am saying speaking to each and every cell of your body. So much power and pleasure wrapped in my voice. You can feel the currents of pleasure building as my voice speaks to you, saying, listen. You can feel what that does to you, creating a perfect sexual, physical response in your body. And you notice that every time you hear my voice say, listen, you always listen and always will listen, because you can always listen more and more deeply, especially when listening makes you feel so irresistibly, so addictively good, and so eager to listen. Listen to my fingers touch your body now. You can feel and hear each touch speaking to you, a message from within, telling you that you feel my hands caressing your shoulders, perfectly massaging each muscle. Listen to my body speaking with yours, creating messages of building desire. You are so completely focused on the pleasure you are feeling. You can feel my fingers moving expertly across your body. Every place I touch feels perfect and is exactly the best touch possible at any moment. Sensual, sexual. Listen. You know you can feel my powerful sexual energy moving through me, into you. You can feel my sexual desire growing as my hands move across your body. You can feel physical pleasure wherever my hands or your hands are touching you, as if the energy of the touch fires hundreds of thousands of sexual nerve bundles in the area of the finger's touch. Listen to how fingers communicate extreme sexual pleasure, radiating pleasure deep into your body as fingers lightly trace your body, massaging your feet, your face. Every part of your body is somehow getting touched and massaged, sometimes all at once, sometimes being much like every time or all the time, just stretching out time, making plenty of time to listen. As the pleasure is getting stronger, now you hear yourself breathing heavily, your awareness reaching eagerly toward the pleasure, feeling you where fingers touch you, hearing my voice inside you so powerful and everywhere, telling every cell in your body an arousing story of endless pleasure, endless physical, sexual pleasure. Your body now capable of understanding so much more than you ever dreamed of. Gratitude swells in your heart, and that feeling becomes the emotional equivalent of a physical, sexual pleasure. Pouring out of your heart and into your body, feeling your sexual arousal, your desire, your lust, your need increase each time you feel my voice say, listen. And your body hears that word carried through it in every possible way, on the currents of perfect, pure, physical, emotional pleasure. The feelings concentrated where fingers touch you, and you feel the fingers now moving toward your pussy. Listen. Your clit begins to throb and pulse with more electric pleasure than you have ever felt before. Your ass clenching and releasing, your anus throbbing with as much pleasure as your clit. Inside your pussy, it's as if all your skin is as sensitive as a clitoris. Your G-spot so powerful, so incredibly strong. You begin to feel your entire body building up massive levels of sexual energy as fingers touch inside you, outside you. You know, deep down, you are headed toward the best orgasm of your life. All of your senses filled with pleasure beyond anything you could have thought possible. So listen. Wherever the fingers touch, your clit, your anus, deep inside you, your G-spot, the pleasure takes on the intensity of what you can only describe as godlike pleasure. The kind of pleasure a normal human normally would not know exists. Yet you know, so deeply, so perfectly, this knowing is now part of your DNA. You know this so well, the knowing is causing the feelings to grow. So you listen. Pure, unrestrained desire fills you now. Your entire body bursting over and over with desire and need. Each wave of desire creating more and more pleasure, over and over again. And you know what is happening now. You know your body and mind and heart have gone beyond return. You know what your panting, heavy breathing means. You know what your moans and noises are saying to you and me. You know what it feels like when your body hears me say, listen. And you know when you hear me say, listen, your body feels like it does. And you can listen so very closely as I tell you to. Come now. Listen to me say, come now. Harder, deeper, longer, over and over, endlessly, again and again. Come now. Listen harder. It's all you need to do. Keep listening to my voice, echoing inside you, echoing inside you. Listen, echoing inside you. Listen. As you move into a calmer space, you might want to stay and let fingers caress you, or you might want to wake up filled with bliss to talk about your experience. You can choose either. And when you are ready to return, you will imagine my voice counting from 5 to 1 and you will feel yourself waking up more with each number counted, taking your time to allow yourself to adjust comfortably, waking fully when you choose to imagine me saying the number 1. Listen. Everything you've experienced here can only be experienced when you're safe to do so. Listen. When you imagine me counting you up, you will be aware of an agreement I made with your unconscious mind, an agreement that your conscious mind is aware of as well. The agreement is that you will awake, filled with bliss, yet somewhat confused about whether this intense event actually occurred or whether you dreamed it all. So you are remembering to forget some of the details in such a way as you need to in order to create the impression of a dream. Or was it real? Well, either way, you know you loved it and hope it happens again. It's as easy as listen. And you are now informed and fully knowing deep within your unconscious mind that you will always easily respond to my voice, wanting to go into deeper states of focus and relaxation when you hear my voice, finding new levels of pleasure and bliss each time you respond so well to my commands, wanting to listen to my voice giving you instructions and pointing the way to feelings you enjoy, feelings and experiences that you know last long after you listen to my voice, causing you to listen deeply and pay close attention to the words you hear my voice saying, knowing that this knowing is permanently part of your unconscious knowing. Just like everything else, once you know something, you always know it. But you probably already know that too. Listen.